What advice would you have to Mr. Gingrich as a presidential aspirant as to what Reagan would have said, as opposed to restoring Reagan-era policies, where Reagan would have wanted, based upon your own private conversations with President Reagan, as well as his public statements, your view of what President Reagan would have wanted to see the monetary policy of the United States move toward?
Well, on the one hand, Newt Gingrich is very smart. And I think a careful study by him of the least imperfect arrangements for a stable dollar would appear in a very careful research by himself for just as much as a day or two of looking into the question. On the other hand, with President Reagan, he was very sympathetic to the gold standard, was from his earliest days. He had just time enough in office to restore American defense strength, to lower tax rates for working people, to create incentives for better reward for people who were at work and for businessmen who were investing in creating jobs. And he had also a great focus on deregulation that he did, of course, with one of his first acts of government. So President Reagan concentrated on deregulation. He concentrated on reforming the tax code and on rebuilding America's capability of defense, because at that time the Soviet Union was still a very vital and direct threat. Beneath it all, in the conversations I had with him, he was very sympathetic to making the dollar as good as gold. He just never got around to it. And for the entire period since his administration, nobody has gotten around to it, and we've suffered the consequences. The most obvious one of which is that the dollar has lost 50% of its value since President Reagan left office. Again, it's in the hands of the Federal Reserve Board, which is not required to maintain the stability of the dollar. So if Newt really believes he wants what Reagan really did want but didn't do, Newt has got to embrace a convertible currency, namely a dollar convertible to a weight unit of gold.